about what happened at the Liberia National Police headquarters. We saw you entering and coming out.
So, to go back, on the 13th of last month, right? Mr. Jackson was called. We were asked to come at the police headquarters. We brought him in as a person of interest, right? We brought Mr. Jackson in. The police did the interrogation. They went to the house. They searched. They found nothing to link him to murder or to any form of involvement in her death. Now, that was the first day. They had no credible reason to hold him, but the police thought to exercise the power that they have, right? So they kept Mr. Jackson for 72 hours. At the end of the 72 hours, they released him to his lawyers and went home. And for 3 weeks, Mr. Jackson has cooperated with the police. Every time he was needed, he showed up. He answered their questions. They made multiple trips, more than 7 trips at his home. They searched, they found nothing. They had absolutely no reason to do what they did today. As far as we're concerned, they would have considered him a free man today because the police cannot show anything. Everybody they spoke to said the same thing. They said the same thing. Nobody said anything otherwise. Everybody who they spoke to. Now, what happened? The RG said before they got to the crime scene, the blood was all wiped away. Think about this. The home was not a crime scene because there was no crime that occurred. There was an accident scene, right? But like any one of us, if something happened in your house, if somebody got injured, do you leave the brother in anticipating the person will die? No. So like every one of us, when she fell, yes, we took her to the hospital. And again, we expect that she would have gone home. If it would take a day or two. So as a family, we not keep blowing the hole because somebody fell down and they got injured.
Who determined crime? Is it you, the family, or the Liberia National Police?
Well, in that incident, we were determined, in that case, there was no crime that occurred, like I was saying. She fell.
But who do you think is supposed to determine crime?
So if you somebody fall in your house, will you call the LMP before you take up in the hospital?
Is it a family member or the police should be the one to determine crime?
My question to you is, if you fell down in your house today, then I can answer your question.
So you describe the process. You describe the process as a political rigmarole.
Sure.
What do you mean?
So, for example, Mr. Jackson was charged today, right? He was indicted. He should be brought before the judge before they can remand him to the prison. Unfortunately for the police headquarters, straight to the central prison. No judge saw him. No judge saw him. In fact, the race said Mr. Samuel P. Jackson to be identified. Has the court identified Mr. Samuel P. Jackson? No.
Who authorized the surgery and the family was informed about the surgery?
Yes, as a family we were informed. Mr. Jackson gave the consent for the surgery to go ahead. I was there.
I'm talking about a woman family now.
When you are married to somebody, they don't consult your mind and power before they do something on you. They consult your husband or your wife. So in this particular instance, the husband was available. Had he not been available, he would have authorized me to sign on his behalf. But he was available. So they need to call her mind and power to say, we want to conduct something on your daughter. When you reach age and you are married, the person you are legally married, your spouse is responsible for you.
Yes, sir. According to the police RG, when they got there at the house, when Mr. Jackson left the radio station and got at the house, he was the first person to enter the room. Get us about that.
Again, like I told you earlier, that people live a private life. If you come from out, who the fuck to go in your room? Do you send your children to your room? You and your wife in the room, you have your wife sleeping. Will you send your children to your room?
It depends.
You? Okay, in this case, they have no kids living with them. Besides the house of staff. As far as he's concerned, he was sleeping. He entered his room, less than a minute, he was shouting. Are you telling me he committed a crime within 30 seconds? Within 40 seconds?
So my name is Joseph. What do you think is the cause of the Liberia National Police and other political pundits considering Mr. Jackson to be the one who killed or murdered his wife?
I cannot read people's motives. And I cannot tell you what their motives or what is informing their decision. But as a person, I know that whatever they did, it's just out of pure emotion or it's purely political, maybe because of his political stance in the country. Period. I don't think they had any tangible reason to go to Mr. Jackson's home and say Mr. Jackson committed murder. He did not, or he was responsible for his wife's death.
Chief,
as a stance.
My name is Christopher Bestman. I report for EOBC. When the news first broke up by Mr. Jackson, there was serious report, especially with this key information coming from one of his closest friends. And of course, he cited in his Facebook post that Mr. Jackson has been in a constant habit, allegedly brutalizing his fiancée and his wife. What can you say to that?
So the first one to dismiss here, right? That person is not Mr. Jackson's friend. That person.
How do we know?
That person is his social media associate. Yes, they may have seen 1 or 2 times in person. They may have met in public. They may have had lunch or dinner together, but they are not friends. That person has never been in the Jackson's home. You understand? Yes, on one occasion he invited Mr. Jackson and his wife to his place, but he has never been in Mr. Jackson's home. And I hope the police can bring him before the court so he can fully clarify what he said. Besides, if I told you that this person is in a habit of brutalizing their fiancé or their wife, don't you think he had a moral obligation to inform the police? He would wait for the person to die before he tell the police. So that person is also culpable if she had died as a result of any form of violence.
Are there anything we didn't actually want to talk about lastly?
Well, I think I've answered almost everything, but we just want to inform our family and our friends and those who support Mr. Jackson to be calm. This matter will be a judge in court, and Mr. Jackson will be acquitted.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.